Hey, what's up guys, it's That Indian Kid. And ever wonder how does the internet work? How do you receive all this information on your phone? What is this technology which lets you watch your favorite shows on Netflix, stream your favorite music, and lets you browse through your favorite cat videos? Here's a hint, it's not satellites. What is the internet? So most of you know how to navigate around the internet, how to use it, how to connect to it, and everything else in the book. But less than 20% of people truly know what it really is. To put it concisely, the internet is a vast network that connects computers all over the world. Through the internet, people can share information and communicate from anywhere with an internet connection. Yes, the internet is not a network of satellites or a cloud floating in the atmosphere, but in all reality, the internet is simply a wire, and it's buried underneath the ground. Sure, it might be made of different things like standard copper or fiber optics. It could be sometimes beamed through satellites or cell phone towers, but essentially it's a wire. This wire is further connected to a special kind of computer which manages and stores web pages in the form of data, known as a server. Every server has a unique internet protocol or IP address, and these addresses help computers find and identify the server and the data that's inside it. But here's the deal. Address number 69.63.170.140 doesn't exactly sound as fancy. So we associate these addresses with domain names, like Facebook.com. So since our computers or phones are actively using the internet, does that mean all computers are servers? No. The computers we use are known as clients because they're not directly connected to the internet. Instead, our computers are connected to an internet service provider, which is then connected to a server. So when we open a website like Facebook or YouTube, we essentially ask our ISP to then ask the server to pull out the IP address, which is linked to Facebook, and send whatever data that address is linked to inside that server. I'm assuming we all know that data is essentially information. When we open Facebook.com, whatever information we're expecting to see doesn't exactly come to us in a very straightforward manner. When information or data is transferred over the internet, it's first broken down into packets and then delivered. So when we open a video on YouTube, there's a constant breaking down of information followed by a constant stream of delivery of packets. When it reaches its destination, or in this sense, our computers, it is reassembled as a video and is then presented to us. So when your internet connection is slower, obviously there's a slower delivery and assembly of packets, which eventually leads to the video buffering midway. So when we're sending and receiving images and videos, we're actually exchanging around small packets. However, notice how when you open Facebook.com, you're not exactly presented with YouTube.com or Google.com, because that would mean you just received the wrong packets. So what prevents these packets from being sent to the wrong place or being received by the wrong user? Well, everything that is even remotely connected to the internet has an IP address. Smart TVs, smartphones, smart speakers, everything. With the help of routers, that blinking box of lights with a bunch of clunky wires attached to it, yes, that one, helps your packets find their right path to its desired destination. So that's the internet. But do you know who created the internet? Long answer would be that the internet was the work of dozens of pioneering scientists, programmers and engineers who each developed new features and technologies that eventually merged to become the quote-unquote information superhighway we know today. The short answer, however, is the US government. That's right. In 1973, the US Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency initiated a research program to investigate techniques and technologies for interlinking packet networks of various kinds. In 1986, the US National Science Foundation initiated the development of the NSF-Net, which today provides a major backbone communication service for the internet. While there are two names attached to the real story behind who did it first, in truth, no private company would have been capable of developing a project like the internet, which required years of research and development efforts spread out over scores of far-flung agencies, and which began to take off only after decades of investment. Here's a fun fact though. Long before the USA got involved in the information race, France had notedly created its version of the closest thing to the internet, and it was a lot more widely used and a lot more popular compared to what the US had at the time. The Minitel was a video text online service accessible through telephone lines and was the world's most successful online service prior to the World Wide Web. It was invented in Cesson-Sévigné near Brittany in France, but it didn't take off because its usage was not regulated by the government, leading to various other reasons. Story for another day. So the internet is essentially a wire running below where you're currently sitting or standing, and well, this is what the internet is all about. Guys, it's been a very long time since I've uploaded, and I sincerely apologize for not keeping a consistent schedule. Regardless, I hope you really enjoyed this video and I helped you learn something new. We found out about what the internet actually is, and I hope this information comes handy to you in life. Once again, this is That Indian Kid signing out. Subscribe and have a wonderful day. We essentially ask our ISP... Fucking shut up for a second, God!